Hello YouTubes. First of all, apologies for the dramatic thumbnail, but there will be no more live streams for the foreseeable future, but I do have a good reason. Okay folks, let me explain. My average live stream lasts about 4 hours, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a lot more, but that 4 hour stream actually takes 3 days. How is this possible? This is what my layout looks like on a normal day. Random locos lying about, little workbench set up with soldering iron, electrical equipment, etc, etc. Boxes of stuff everywhere. So the day before the live stream, I have to put everything away in its correct places carefully, especially all the locomotives so I don't damage them. And that is quite a lot of time because no one wants to see a layout with random tools lying about during a live stream, right? So that's day number one. Day number two, I need to set up all my cameras, make sure they're working. So I have one camera there. I have one camera there for now, but that can move between there and the far wall. Camera number 3, camera number 4, camera number 5, and I'm sure I've got another one somewhere that I've forgotten about, but they all have to be working flawlessly, hooked up to my PC, and then I have to set up my OBS studio and make sure everything is in the right order. But also I then need to set up how everything looks. All the angles have to be correct. All the people have to be in the right places. I like to change where things are now and then. And this poor deer has been lying here for weeks now. So things like that actually take up quite a lot of time. So that's the day of the stream setup basically. So then on to day 3. Day 3 is putting all those locos and rolling stock and passenger cars back in their boxes, nice and tidy. That can take several hours. And if I've been up till 3 or 4 in the morning on the stream, then I don't even get up till like lunchtime. So that is day 3, the tidy up. So as you can see, 3 days out of 7 days is spent just in doing the live stream, which means I'm not getting videos done for you. But more importantly, I'm not getting my layout built. I have been talking about doing so many things in the layout, and as you can see, nothing has progressed. For example, I did my little station platform over a month ago, and I've not finished that. I need to increase the size of the platforms and just basically finish this whole area off. I kind of teased you when I did the wiring for my little Tim Hortons and everything else that goes underneath. That still works nice, by the way. However, if I'm spending 3 days of the week just tidying up and setting up, I am not getting these videos done because I have to remove all of this in order to do that little station platform. And if I remove it all, then it's not going to look nice in the stream. Do you remember I bought that epoxy water kit and I was going to start with a little pond here? Obviously, that's not been done because that would take up a lot of space and a lot of mess. Gets in the way of the live stream. In this town section here, there's absolutely no reason why I haven't ballasted this whole section here. But it just gets in the way of the live stream. You can see a theme here, right? So, until I make significant progress on the layout, live streams are on hold. I'm sure you'll find something else to do on a Sunday evening, maybe working your own layouts. Okay, don't go away yet. I've got 2 items of news still to come. Starting with this. I finally got round to building these little kits. I've got a grain hopper and a boxcar. These were sent to me from Alan Matey a few weeks back. And I hadn't really built any kits before, so I was a wee bit intimidated. But you know what? These Accurail kits, they're absolutely fantastic. Look at that. The detail is awesome. A wee bit tricky to get some of the things in, but not impossible. And it's definitely made me more interested to build the other kits that I've had for over a year now, but as I say, I was a wee bit intimidated in how to build them. They're really not rocket surgery, anyone can do it. So I'm really pleased with them. Thanks again, Alan. They look fantastic going round the track. And the final bit of news is for channel members on YouTube and also Patreon. From the start of next month, Patreon is gone, okay? they have done the dirty and decided to up their prices on Patreon. They are now charging 30% on every channel member, which the whole point of going to Patreon was it was cheaper than YouTube membership, but it's not as integrated as the channel memberships on YouTube, so completely pointless. If you're a Patreon member, you will no longer be charged for Patreon. It's a shame because it was an alternative for membership, but if they're just pushing their prices up and up and up without providing more service, what's the point? So I appreciate everyone who was currently or who were Patreon members in the past. I do appreciate that, but no more. And as I say, you won't be charged anymore for Patreon. And I know you're not keen on YouTube memberships, so that's just something I have to live with, unfortunately. Okay, that's about it for now. Let me think if there's anything else in the layout I need to show you before we go. Oh, I did have a slight disaster with my lovely lift bridge. Still works perfectly fine. However, nothing at the bottom is bolted to the floor. And just because of natural heat expansion and contraction, these tend to open up a little bit. So sometimes I have to use my adjustable hinges to bring these a bit closer or a bit further apart. Well, I adjusted this a wee bit close, and the last time I lifted my bridge, these rails are supposed to tuck underneath there. But because they were so far out, they didn't tuck under. That rail caught in that rail, lifted the whole lot up. So I had to do some repairs at the moment. You maybe see how it's shiny. I glued it down for now because I'm going to have to replace this whole section of track. Still works, but I would rather have a new bit of track. And I've not been to my hobby store recently to replace it. So that's on the list of to do. Still very happy with my cut. Very nice indeed, but I've been desperate to get this national park done, and I can't because it's full of locomotives. I did get my locomotive maintenance yard isolated with that switch there, so that's good to go. And I've still no idea what I'm going to do with this whole area. So that's your update. I now need to make a plan of attack and start making considerable progress with this layout. Get you some decent content out there, starting with that back wall. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you very soon on a video. Take care. Bye for now.